Hello, hello, it's Echo, just in case you're new here. Welcome to my glorious channel. Everything is a mess right now. At least the boat isn't stuck. So first of all, if you are new here, hi, welcome. I'm asexual. Yeah, fun. Generally my default term is just asexual because it's the easiest to understand for most people, but it can also be very confusing for people because I would personally consider myself pan-gray ace, pan meaning pansexual, or a person who is attracted to others regardless of gender. At least that is my understanding of it. And then a gray sexual person is a person who exists in the gray area between asexual and allosexual or zsexual, which just kind of means that I am very, very rarely attracted to people, but it does happen sometimes. It happens rarely enough that I don't just feel comfortable using the label pansexual. It's just not really a thing in my brain. So in the asexual community, there are people who are sex repulsed, sex indifferent, and then sex proactive or sex positive. Some asexual people experience sexual repulsion, and that is like what it sounds like, being repulsed by the idea of sex. I have experienced sexual repulsion a couple times in life. I would say that I'm sex proactive leaning, but generally sex indifferent. Within the community, most people say sex positive, but that is a phrase that also has another meaning, just meaning kind of like accepting of sex. Part of the reason I feel like I need to define a bunch of these terms is because asexuality can be really confusing for people because it is a very complex subject. For example, libido and sexuality are different. They are connected, but they are not the same thing. There are some asexual people who have high libidos. The best analogy I can think to describe this is being really hungry for something, but not having anything in particular be appealing. Like, have you ever been really hungry and looked in the fridge and there's just nothing that you feel like eating? High libido asexuals do exist. I have met a couple. They're very interesting people, for sure. And then naturally, because, you know, humans are curious and confused creatures, a lot of non-asexual people wonder if asexuals masturbate. Some do, some don't. It's not really your business. It's a weird question to ask no matter who you're asking, but I do understand the curiosity. So this is actually an art channel, believe it or not. Asexuality is just something that's very close to me as a person, and so sometimes I like to make videos about it because it's important to me. And it's a chance to help educate some people. I have a platform, why not use it? I generally try to be a very sex-positive person. I'm getting much better at not being embarrassed around the subject of sex and human bodies, because a lot of it's a lot more normal than you think. But the main reason I wanted to make this video is because I actually made an OnlyFans. What? It's not gonna be like pictures of me or anything, it's just for my not safe for work art. NSFW art, yay! Recently I felt like drawing a more sexy version of my persona. She's like a half devil girl with horns. Ooh, sexy. Nudity, sexuality, and art have gone hand in hand for centuries, so I feel like making an OnlyFans for NSFW art just kind of makes sense. And I don't do NSFW super often, but if you want to see my fun sexy time art, that's where you can find it. My username on there is echoisweird. Of course. I recognize that the idea of an asexual person having an OnlyFans at all will be generally confusing to a lot of people, because when it comes to asexuality in like the public zeitgeist and mind, when people hear asexual, they think of like a genderless, genitalless robot person, and that's not how asexuality works. Not to mention that the way you depict yourself has nothing to do with the people you are attracted to. So if I want to draw my persona with huge anime tits and bedroom eyes, that does not mean that I'm suddenly attracted to people. Also, this video is sponsored by Adam and Eve. They're an adult toy company. If you go to adamandeve.com and use code ECHO, you can get 50% off one item plus free shipping to the US and Canada. Some exclusions do apply though. This channel isn't specifically made for children, so I like to talk about the more adult aspects of my life sometimes. Hannah Witten is one of my favorite sex educators, and she made a fantastic video talking about clitoral stimulators. They're incredible, and I highly recommend you get one or try one if you never have before, especially with my discount code. I love sex positive people. They make me very happy. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with the OnlyFans yet, because I've only had it for a couple months and I'm still kind of just like throwing random updates and artwork on there. So if you do follow my OnlyFans, or even just go look at the page, if you could leave a comment of the kind of thing that you might want to see on there, I'd really appreciate it, because I do also want to create content for an audience. It's the content creator within me. It kind of gives me a goal or like a motivation almost. Also, if you're an artist, make a not safe for work account on OnlyFans. It's honestly a really great place to post not safe for work. So this is the problem that I have had as an artist, is that sometimes I make art that just shouldn't be posted on a public platform, things that should only be viewed by like 18 plus individuals. And Tumblr used to be one of the few places that I could post that kind of artwork because they had an age gate. But then Tumblr died, so instead I had to start posting artwork on DeviantArt, which kind of sucks now. Sorry, DeviantArt. And as it turns out, OnlyFans is like really user-friendly, and I really want to build an art community on OnlyFans. So if my fellow adult art people want to do that, I would appreciate it. Let's build an art community on OnlyFans, full of like fun, horny artwork. Naked ladies and whatnot. And once again, if you want to show some love to the sponsor of this video and go to abneve.com and use the code ECHO to get 50% off an item, plus free shipping to the US and Canada, some exclusions apply, I would really appreciate it. They are a super cool sponsor. I love them so much. Honestly, one of the best companies that I work with. I think that's everything. Come sit on the floor with me for a moment. Would you consider NSFW artists to be sex workers?
On a spectrum, at least.
Yeah, like it's like a weird gray area.
I mean, it's a form of entertainment, you know, like sexual entertainment, right?
Yeah.
I guess that goes into our artist performers.
I feel like it's like furry rules, where it's like if you identify as a sex worker, then you're a sex worker.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's on a spectrum.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's definitely some artists who like, okay, you're clearly making porn. And then there's other people who are like, this is a little scantily plaid. Is that the phrase?
Scantily clad?
Scantily clad, there it is.
Scantily plaid.
I was like, plaid, that's not right.
Yeah, that's the new line of lingerie, scantily plaid.
Scantily plaid. It's Scottish. There's artists who make things that are clearly porn, and then there's artists who make things that are a little scantily clad, and it's like, it's clearly
yeah. Like, I would consider even people who don't do nudes to be sex workers, you know, if
that's true. There are people who don't post nudes, who just post like like lingerie cosplay.
Yeah, I would consider that a form of sex work if they identify, like you say.
Yeah, there's no perfect definition of porn, but you know it when you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna take off. I've gotta go edit videos and work on other fun surprise Kickstarter things. One of my contractors and I are working on a really cool project, and I can't wait to talk about it, but there's so much involved. So yeah, I'm gonna go. You have a wonderful day. I'm gonna give you 6,900 awesome points for making it all the way to the end of this video, and hopefully I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Me dodging my responsibilities.
I relate.